All right, welcome back, our people. This is your boy John. So today it will be another syllabus about code drip. So many people take code drip and don't know like where it comes from. So today it's gonna be a long story to know first the apparatus we use till our yield. So today let us start with the apparatuses they use in code drip. We have our upper chamber. Upper chamber, it's the one which contains the ice and water. The upper chamber contains the ice and water and also the valve. So, and the middle chamber is the one which contains the valve which restricts the water flow, and also it has also a filter. A filter, sometimes we use the metallic and sometimes we use the ceramic filter, and also sometimes we use the paper filter. So it depends on you what you will use. The filter, it can help us in many occasions. The filter can be used to restrict or to separate the coffee ground and the residue or the yield of our coffee and the coffee yield. This one's the metallic. We're using the metallic filter. There's also the ceramic and also the paper filter. So we don't have the rest, but you can search. And this is our middle chamber. And I was explaining for you about the valve. This is the valve whereby you adjust either to increase the flow or to reduce the flow, and it can also limit the flow of the coffee residue into our our. So we have our last what? Our last chamber. This is the beaker. Sometimes they can call it the caliph, and sometimes they can call it the decarive. So there are three. So this is our caliph. We are the one which contains all the residue that comes from the middle chamber. So that's how it flows. The upper chamber contains the ice and water, the water which goes into our coffee residue, the coffee ground, and our coffee grounds, it goes into the caliph. So this is our caliph, the last one. So here we go. So the next topic we shall discuss about the coffee size we're gonna use to have the best coffee. Okay. This one is we are going to be using the medium fine. The medium fine grind size, the one we're gonna use as our coffee ground. So far I've already measured. This is 130 grams. So I'll be using a ratio of 1 to 10. So 1 to 10, a ratio of 1 to 10. How much water can it can I be using? Oh, water and ice. I'll put in our upper chamber to dissolve all the solvent, all the coffee compounds from this one. So our ratio will be 1 to 10, and I'm using 130. That means my water, it will be 1,300. So let us start and see how it moves. So first, we get our middle chamber. Make sure it's clean, totally clean. Or at first, sometimes you have to rinse it with some water. So we have our metallic filter. Our metallic filter is the one that goes first. Our metallic filter, it goes first or at the bottom of the to separate this one, the valve and also the coffee ground. So after that, we put our coffee ground on top of the filter. That's another thing. Don't forget to share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for most educative content like this. So this is our 130 grams coffee ground. So on this, another thing I forgot to tell you about is the paper filter, the one we use. We have our metallic that separates the coffee ground from going through our valve. So to separate, only we want the liquid, the coffee residue, only that to go through the solvent. So we have another thing we use, the paper filter. What's the use of the paper filter? The paper filter will put it on top of the coffee ground to avoid our dropping our dripping water from this one, the upper chamber, to create a wall, just to be in, just on the, at the same point, to create a wall in the middle. But we put other pepper filter on top to help the water saturate, follow all over the coffee ground. Because when one drips, it's it scatters onto the pepper filter. So as coffee is like water is shared all over the coffee ground, on top of the coffee ground. So that's another thing. So we are going to put our pepper filter. We have to first clean them. We use the wet ones. So as there is no smell for pepper filter into our coffee ground. So let us get our pepper filter, then we put. As I told you about our pepper filter, these are our pepper filters. So we have to soak them into water like this. Then we put them on top of the coffee ground. Another pepper filter. So another pepper filter. So this is how it's going to be, our pepper filter on top of the coffee ground. So this, now we are done with our middle chamber. We already organized our carafe down. So this is our middle chamber. We also put it on tight on stake. But before that, we have to make sure this valve, the lower valve, at least it has some air passing through. Like when you look through it, you first remove it, you first remove this valve, then you look through for the water passage. So to know like water is passing through, whether it will pass through when it starts dripping. So we are done with this. Another thing is our upper upper chamber. So our upper chamber, we said we are going to be using a ratio of 1 to 10. So a ratio of 1 to 10, that means we use 130 coffee ground. So we are going to use a ratio of 1 to 10. That means we need 1,300 of water and ice. All right, 1,300 of water and ice. Let us start the measurement. We see how it goes. Right, as I told you, we're having 1,300 water and ice we're gonna be using. So this is our water. We already measured the first one. This is almost 500. So we are going to add in our water with ice also, like to make it 1,300. So this is our upper chamber. We are filling up our upper chamber with water and ice. So it's done. So after that, we just have to cover it. This is 1,300. So after that, we are going to be setting up. How do we set up our flow? We need each drop to drop like each drop in 3 seconds. One drop in 3 seconds. How do we set? That's the use of our valve. Either to limit or to. So we have to set our drop using our valve. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's dropping fast. So we 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's how our drop will be moving. So it will take us almost 10 to 12 hours to finish this one. So we shall wait and see how it will be like at the end. So till the residue comes, then that's our cold drip, and that's the process. Every process has its own way, but this is the basic one and the simple one to be used. And don't forget to know about the flow from the upper chamber, middle chamber, and the carafe. That's how it flows. In anything, any cold drip you have, no matter the apparatus, no matter the design of the apparatus, but that's you have to be having those 3 chambers for the base cold brew. And also there's the one they call nitrogen. Nitrogen is another one which nitrogen is infused in, but we don't have that one, which will be another topic for another day. Thank you so much. And this is the best way we can make our cold drip for our best customers. So I didn't discuss for you about the beans we use, and I have used the Ethiopia plus it's a blend of Ethiopia and Brazil. On our beans, it's a blend of Ethiopia and Brazil, whereby Ethiopia is overtaking to have that fruitiness in our beans, and also the Brazil to bring in that boldness, the nutty and chocolate taste into our coffee. So it's a combination of Brazil and Ethiopia to have the best flavor. Thank you so much. See you another time. And don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment. Like and share every day. Whenever you feel that you feel like you want to ask something, just put it in the comment section. Thank you so much. See you again.